What's good, everybody? I'm Neal, Newberry, host of Live from the Nickel.
What's good, everybody? I'm Neal Newberry. Welcome to another episode of Live from the Nickel. We got a good one for you guys today. Make sure you guys subscribe. Please keep the subscribers coming through. So hit that subscribe button. Let your family and friends know we are doing so well. We're at like 764. So let me get a whole bunch of people today subscribe. I got a great show for y'all today. I got a great guest today. This guy is amazing. I've been knowing him since he was little, and watching him grow is amazing. So before we tap into our guest, I hope everybody's having a great Sunday. I know we kicked off, we had St. Patty's early this week, and we had March Madness started on, we had playing games on Wednesday, and then Thursday, People's Brackets. I'm sure we're getting busted. Ohio State fans, you guys let me down, man. Your boys let me down. Wisconsin, y'all let me down. But it is what it is. We got a great day today. Mr. Brown, what's happening, Captain?
Great day in the neighborhood. Hey, the weather's changing for the best, man. So, hey, let's get it rolling.
I see you sipping on that Henny.
Yes, sir.
Lord have mercy. That's his drink. I think you've been on the Henny for a while now.
Ever since you know me.
Probably, but usually, well,
I switch up every now and then, but Hen is my go-to.
It is.
If you know me, you know what I like.
You do like, you and my dad do like that Henny, man.
Yes, sir.
I can't mess with it. That's that Tupacalypse. You know what I'm saying? Miss Amanda, what's up, sis?
That's a nice day today. A long week.
Yes.
My brackets are still alive. I'm not busted yet, so I'm happy about that.
Okay.
Grass is starting to turn green.
Yes. Yeah, mine's trash. I gotta hire
I can
somebody.
see it turning green out there.
It's green, but I can see the green. But you know
there.
what? I got a little brown in there, but my yard has never been this bad. I got sticks, from them storms we had. So I gotta get.
Everybody's got that going.
Yeah, I gotta get it. I look like I live in a junkyard area, man. I don't like that. But how's work treating you?
Not bad. It was a busy week.
Okay.
Glad this week's over. On to the next.
Well, St. Patty's Day.
March
How did the lunch and breakfast thing turn out?
Great. Every single person that came in during Steph and I's shift got breakfast. It was really good. We had a little breakfast buffet. Biscuits and gravy and bacon and eggs and toast and sausage. It was good.
No grits?
No grits.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a letdown.
It was kind of cold that day. I was like, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, it was real cold that day.
Man, my knee was killing me so bad.
It was real cold that day. We had the green beer. I mean, all the good stuff. It was busy all day. It was a good day.
Let me ask you a question about the green beer. Is that dye they put in there?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
just food coloring.
Okay.
Green food coloring.
Okay. I always wanted to know what they put in there to make the green. Did they mix something to make it green?
No, they just put a little green food coloring in the keg.
Okay. Was y'all busy? I mean, a lot of jig dinners go out?
Yeah, we sold out of Jig's dinners. We sold out of our green beer.
Oh, man.
We ran out of a lot because it was pretty busy.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah, it was good.
That was a nice payday.
The weird thing, people won't drink green beer the next day, so you really want to try to get rid of it.
Push it as much as you can.
Yeah, because people are like, green beer the next day, it's so offensive. It's the same beer you drank yesterday.
Right. Yeah. It's
They don't want it. They don't want it the next day. So
no, man, you gotta eat it that day and be done with it.
Yeah, you gotta run through it.
That's what's up. I did see a lot of pictures at Rockies. Looked like Rockies was
Yeah,
turning up.
Rockies was packed. Dave said it went really well. They sold a ton of Jig's dinners, and they did their Jig's dinners I think for 3 or 4 days too.
3 or 4 days.
Yeah, they had it.
That sound
I believe
like
they
Dave.
did Fridays, maybe Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
That's
something
Dave.
like that. Yeah. So they sold a lot. They sold a lot.
They take it to another extreme.
Right.
I went in there yesterday to work, and it was so clean, and the kitchen's clean, everything's nice. It looks like St. Patty's Day didn't even happen. It was crazy.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Dave at Rockies, man. That dude's funny, man. He is so funny. I gotta drop his hoodie off to him this week, actually. I hope he don't try to talk.
That'll
me to
make
death.
his whole week.
Absolutely, I'm gonna drop it off to him, man.
He'll be very happy.
Well, let's get into our guest today. Like I said, I've been knowing this young man for a long time. He was down when we did our show down at Imagination Station. he's just been doing so well since I've known him. Like I said, I got to watch him grow. I came into his life my senior year. I was like my senior year in high school. And so he used to smack me in the video games. He used to smack me so bad. You know what I'm saying?
Still would.
My dad and him are very close. My dad knew him since he was 2 years old. His mom was funny, just comical with getting your tail about things. I miss her. I still got a text message she sent me. I always keep it there, people that pass, because she meant so much to me, checking me. I love his grandmother. Grandmother is the icon grandmothers of all grandmothers, man. She gonna tell you about yourself. Now my dad, but me, yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's how I go, man. I was cool, but watching him develop into the father he is, the son he is, I know his mom is very proud of him. She's looking down at him, and I'm very proud of him because, just to see what he's transformed into. Now he's raising his son the right way, and his son is a immaculate kid, and just to be in this young man's life is a beautiful thing, man. And have him come on the show and tell stories about, like I said, he smacked me back in the day. I think it was NBA Jams or something. I don't remember. I could not beat him for nothing. And I thought I was super sweet. And he wasn't. I was not at all. I am not an arcade guy. He was giving me the business. He didn't talk. He just played. So who I'm talking about, you guys in the city of Toledo, a lot of you guys know him. We got mutual friends together. So a lot of the people that watch the show, y'all know, you don't know who I'm talking about. This guy is a legend. He not just a licensed master social worker in Toledo. He is a DJ on the side, and he is a great DJ. And I know a lot of people that talk very highly about him, and I'm lucky to call this guy my brother because he is my brother. I love him to death. I want to welcome Cecil Holston to the motherfucking nickel, y'all. Let's get it.
Well, thank you for that shout out.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, to the nickel.
Dang, man, like it's been a minute. We've been knowing each other literally for years. I used to sit in your car and listen to them 12s in the trunk while you took me to watch you play basketball on the east side.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, it's definitely been since I was little.
Yeah.
You,
remember when you graduated from Central? That was a proud moment.
oh, yeah.
That was a proud moment watching your mom, and it was just funny, man. But it was so – I've been to graduations, but Central had – damn near everybody in the city there.
Yeah. That was 05, so yeah.
Yeah. Oh, damn, you came 05. Yeah, man, I'm old.
I just did my 20-year reunion last year. That's crazy to even say out loud. But, yeah, I still have that picture. It's my mom, my grandma, you on the side of me, and my mom, my grandma on the other side of me. Yeah.
Oh, you got to send that to me, man. That's a classic moment. Like I said, watching you grow. My dad tell you how happy or hi today too, because he always loved. He said he ran into you a couple of times at the stores and whatever.
It was funny. One time I went to go grab some fried chicken one day because I was hungry. This was probably about 2 years ago, and he was in line. And he looked back at me, and he looked back at me again. He looked back at me. He said, "Cecil?" He said, I was like, "Yeah, pops." And so he was like, "How you been?" It was funny because he looked at me about a good 4 or 5 times before he realized who I was.
But you knew who he was.
I knew who he was off rip because I was like, "Yeah." And he looked back. He said, looked again.
He didn't have his glasses on, did he?
Looked back. I was like, "Yeah, pops, this me." He said, "Oh, you done got big."
That sound like Pop. Yeah. Because when he called me and told me that, he called me and I'm like, "What's up?" What? Yeah, what's up? Man, you guess who I seen today? So he went from talking slow to, you know how he is.
Yeah.
He just turned up. Yeah. And so I'm like, he said, "Man, I ran into Cecil, man. Man, that boy big, man." I said, "Pop, slow down. You're going to have a heart attack." And he goes, "I had to look back." But he didn't tell me 4 times. So he did it 4.
It was probably about a good 4 before he realized who I was. And I said, "Yeah, it's me." He was like, "Yeah."
He got to wear them glasses. Yeah. I need to have mine on too, but man, he like, I said, "You had the glasses on?" "No, son, that ain't the story. We talking about how Cecil look good, man." Okay, but you don't want to talk about you can't see. You be riding the tennis be around the city over there on that bike. You know what I'm saying? Keep the glasses on. But yeah, he was excited. He came home and called me. I was like, yeah. I said, I talked to him.
Fun fact, the only reason I like the Steelers is because of your dad. That's the fun fact about it.
That's
he used to
crazy.
have me watching it when he was at the house.
Oh yeah, yeah.
On that Sunday, yeah.
That makes a lot of okay.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Shout out to my pops, man. To put him on. Now, like I said, you doing so many good things. Now, I'm gonna let Amanda start off first. That's how we do, ladies first.
Oh, all right.
Because that's how we doing it. He is family, but you go ahead because I know you got a Give it to him.
So wait, if your dad's a big Steelers fan,
Yes.
and he made him a Steelers fan, how come you're a Tampa Bay?
Oh, I
fan?
don't want no smoke. My mom is a Browns fan. Well, no, excuse me. I take that back. My mom. So when I was a kid, I liked Bernie Kosar, right?
Okay.
So I didn't have a team really. Because I played quarterback. I thought I was Bernie Kosar. So I just decided on it.
Yeah.
So what happened after that is, y'all gonna love this story. Before I met Cecil, I was like in 6th grade, 7th grade, 6th grade. And my cousin Aaron can attest to this. When I played quarterback for the Star Bulldogs, I wanted to be Bernie Kosar. I liked the sidearm. I couldn't run for nothing because I was tall, but I couldn't run. I was slow. In my mind, I thought I was fast.
Yeah.
But I wasn't. And so I remember this game I played against Coy. I got sacked about 6 times. It was a bad game. My mom in there, and my dad was like, if you don't run, and my coach said, we don't want him to run because he's not that fast. So they would put me in shotgun. That didn't work either.
Yeah.
So I realized football was not my cup of tea. But the thing about it is I was a Bernie Kosar fan when I was coming up. Webster Slaughter, I liked him too as a receiver. But then when I got older, it took me a while to figure out. And then I liked Buffalo for a bit, and then I was like, I want to be a Buffalo fan. The Buccaneers came because my cousin JB, he's a Buccaneers fan. I like the Buccaneers. He was a Buccaneers fan. We were real close, so I went with that route.
Oh, okay.
But my pops was mad.
I was gonna say.
My
I
pops
wonder-
was super mad. Yeah, he was like,
You're supposed to be a Steelers fan.
yeah.
100%. He had me watching Cordell Stewart, Tommy Maddox, Charlie Batcher.
See?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
See, my dad,
Yeah.
he got mad jerseys. My brother is a Browns fan. My mom is a Steelers fan. So my family's like we're just all broke up. You got Eagles fans. We're all jacked up. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody likes who
49er
they like.
fans. I mean, the house is just divided.
No loyalty.
There's
Everybody
no
likes who they
loyalty
like.
at all. My grandmother, if they were alive, my grandfather, my mom's parents, I don't know what they like. Even my cousin Tiff, I don't think she has a favorite team either. So everybody, when they would come over, you see different. Like now, we come to sport, like come to college, you got a lot of Michigan fans.
Oh yeah.
A lot of Michigan fans, and you got a couple of Ohio State fans. But when it comes to NFL, it's the house is
It's
divided.
spread out,
Yeah, I mean, my dad. We talk about it. He just his favorite thing is when we won a Super Bowl with Tom Brady. This what he tells me. When you talk to me when you have 6 rings. That's what my dad says every time. He'll go back. He'll travel back in time. Well, that's nice that you got 2 rings, but we got 6. We the steel curtain. I said, okay. That's his conversation. So Cecil,
That's what they.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
that's
all
what
I
Steelers
got.
fans. They'll take it to you. Steel curtain, 3 rivers.
If I even had one, I'd be bragging.
I don't think you guys are gonna get any.
I don't know.
You
Joe
Cecil,
Burrow
you
almost
Cecil.
died in the flag football game yesterday.
I mean, that's flag football. You don't get no rings for that. Nobody talk about flag
Take
football.
it easy. He's taking it too seriously. It's just, and he got depantsed.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow's
He was going too hard in it's just flag football. It's not like
really is, but
you can't get hurt a season-ending injury playing flag football.
I think
Come
Joe
on.
needs to go
Tone it
somewhere
down
else.
for flag football.
Yeah, you guys. I don't know. I don't know what to do about Cincinnati. We'll definitely dive into that because we got to ask Cecil. You know,
We'll
what
worry
his
about
team
that
do.
when the season comes.
Yeah.
This is time for my brain to have a rest and not be stressed out,
Yeah, 'cause-
stressed out about that team for a minute.
She gets real emotional about it, and I understand it.
stressed about
I watch her smack. So I watch her smack somebody with a tray at work.
No, we never
No, I'm just
did
playing. I'm
that.
just talking shit.
WWE?
No, I would not do that.
People try to attack her about the Bengals. I mean, the Bengals is the Bengals. We
They
know
are.
that.
Yeah.
They are.
You know, it is what
They've
it
had
is.
great players.
There's
but
always something to talk about when
Yeah.
it comes to the Bengals.
It's AFC North football, though.
Yes, it is. Black and blue. Go ahead, man. I ask
Okay,
what you.
okay, all right. I
Go ahead,
guess my first question for you is, what initially drew you to the field of social work?
Fun fact. So my mom was always a helper. So her phone rang nonstop, consistently. My grandma's phone rang nonstop, consistently when I stayed over her house. I remember having a conversation with my mom in our living room or dining room one time, and she was like, "I want to be a caseworker for JFS." And I would just sat there and remember that conversation. Went to college for undergrad, and I started off really in engineering, and I failed out that first semester with like a 1.7. And I didn't fail all, but I got that academic probation on my thing, and nobody knew about it. So I went to my mentor, and I was like, "What can I do to, raise it up and not lose my financial aid?" So he was like, "Go talk to your advisor. Go find a way to get some real easy classes to up your GPA, and then find a different major." And I was like, "Bet." So I ended up going to social work. Under the cue of what my mom had told me about being a social worker and helping others, and my grandma was a helper, so I was like, I can help others. And then I just started finished that in 4 years. Had to get my license at my first job, working at TAS. in Toledo, and then skyrocketed from there.
Yeah, it just took off.
It took
That's
off, yeah.
interesting. What is a common myth about social work that you'd like to debunk?
That our job is to wave a magic wand and help others and save them. I think the biggest thing about being a social worker is that I'm just on the journey with you, right? So it's your life journey. I just walk along with you, guide you. If you're doing 80% of the work, I can do 20% of the work to get to 100%. There's gonna be times where I'm 3 steps behind you, but I'm still guiding you to what you need to get to.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What is the most challenging aspect of social work that you've experienced?
Showing up when I got my own shit going on.
Yeah.
Good answer. Good answer.
That was the question I had. Man.
I agree. Yeah.
So,
I definitely can see that.
yeah, I
definitely
think,
can see that.
like you said, being a father, my son lives with me full time. So, and I do private practice, and I also work a job full time.
Yeah.
So when I have my own stuff as a human going on, and I still got to show up for other people, that's the hardest part.
That's absolutely.
Yeah.
That really ties into my next question of how do you handle your own mental health and kind of prevent getting burnout?
I've never been burnt out before, surprisingly. I hear a lot of social workers who get burnt out. I always focus back on myself. I've learned to make sure I take breaks. I will not answer my phone at a certain time.
That's
I
good.
will
Set boundaries.
100%. Yeah. I'm not going I literally just sat at home and laid in the bed for like a couple hours yesterday because I just needed a reset. And I just needed to just be away from the world. And not in a sense of being isolated, but just like I just need to breathe. It's easier to be there for everybody all the time when you're not there for yourself. It's like I gotta let that loud noise get quiet.
Right.
Facts.
Yeah.
And
So
just be in your own thoughts for a little bit.
yeah,
relax
and sometimes I want to be in them thoughts. I want to be quiet, right?
Exactly.
I threw some
Yeah.
I threw some music on and laid in the bed and just kind of sat there and let that stuff chill till I felt like okay, I'm comfortable now. Yeah.
My final question: what changes would you like to see in the mental health system?
Honestly, it actually being a helping system. I know with insurance job is to make sure you stay sick, right? It's not their job. It's not to make you healthier, make you better. It's to keep you sick. That's a bigger system issue, right? But at the lower level, I feel like we need to have people that actually want to help and want to care about others. Because sometimes you get those social workers who just burnt out themselves.
Exactly.
And still trying to help others and still trying to do for others when in reality it's like you need to take a break yourself.
They're just going through the motions at that point. They're not helping.
Yeah. It's like I'm working to pay bills.
Right.
I'm working to survive, and you're in survival trying to help somebody else in survival.
That's not a job where you can just work to pay your bills.
No.
It's a job that you have to be heavily invested in.
Correct. And it's like the helping field, right?
Absolutely.
It's like even working in a restaurant, right? If I don't need to come to a restaurant if I got attitude.
Exactly.
Right. It's not your fault you want to order something and take it out on you. So as a social worker, I shouldn't show up and take my stuff out on somebody else.
Right.
For sure.
I agree. Good answers.
Mr. Cecil.
What's up, sir?
Man, my sister, man, she was big. She was a social worker also, man. So
Okay.
that was my rock right there, man. But unfortunately, she passed away about 4 years ago.
Sorry to hear that,
So,
man.
she was my rock. But times has changed. Do you do more like face to face or FaceTime type of deal?
Kind of, it's like a hybrid. So sometimes I do a lot of face to face.
Okay.
Sometimes I do some telehealth every now and again. I prefer face to face first, and then convert over to telehealth.
Okay.
It builds the relationship a little bit better. So when I can see you face to face, I can see your emotions. I can read your body language.
Oh, yeah,
I can see what your eyes do. I can see what your mouth does. Because talking sometimes is great, but if I can't pay attention to how when you say something, and maybe your eyes move a certain way, or your arm moves a certain way, or you got a certain quirk about you, I can't see that on no screen. So I think screen time is great, but I'd rather see you face to face.
I think sometimes too, just people's auras or energies.
Right. You could tell. Yeah.
100%. And
Pick up on that vibe.
I want to pick up on it, and I want to be able to know like you're not lying to me on the screen.
Facts.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Because on the screen, you can tell me just about anything.
Absolutely.
Right. In person, I can see you. If you lying, you're gonna do one of these joints, or you're gonna look down, or right. I'm gonna be able to pay attention. And if you want to lie in therapy, that's cool. That's on you. But that ain't got nothing to do with me. I'd rather you come in and tell the truth.
Facts.
Correct.
Yeah.
Don't waste my time and your time.
Yeah, that's on you. If you want to pay me to lie, that's
Yeah,
cool.
I'm
That's cool. But I'd rather you come in and we can figure this out and help you out.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
That's good. Another thing, like what strategies do you use for like a crisis intervention or like a de-escalation type of situation?
The best thing I start off with is a calm voice. Right, so I change my body language. I open my body language up. I'm not clenching my hands. My hands is open. If I'm sitting with you, I'm probably gonna sit here calmly, let you talk until you're ready. I'm gonna ask you very minimal questions. Right, you want to talk now? Space it out a little bit longer. You ready to talk? Like, I'm not going to be like, you ready to talk? Why are you so upset?
Right, yeah,
I'm not gonna overload you. Right, because if I overload you, now you're ready to fight me, and I don't.
Correct.
I tell people all the time, I lose my license before I lose my life. So,
It ain't that serious, man.
Right.
yeah. So yeah, there's just those are some of the things I use to make sure when I'm in those situations to de-escalate somebody, that I'm calm, open stance, and I'm not grabbing anything or moving quickly to scare them off either. So,
Correct.
for sure.
Yeah. Like you said, you've been in the field for quite some time.
Yeah.
So I know you don't have some funny moments and where you just going through your head like, so how do you keep that professionalism, man, without like losing your composure? I mean, man, because I know you done been through some.
Man, I didn't. So I'm the year 16 this year, and I didn't work in some different spots. And I had a couple of times where I didn't have to tell some people like, don't let this shirt fool you.
Right.
I grew up on I grew up on the north side of the city of Toledo,
Right.
Stickney and Woodward. So, exactly, right.
yeah,
And so people see the gauges and they see the nose rings and they be like, oh, he one of them square type dudes.
Right.
No, this ain't that. So I have to remind people sometimes. And my mom was, as we talked about my mom a little bit earlier, she was a hustler. So my mom taught me a lot about the streets and understanding that culture of life. So I've learned to balance both. I know how to be professional, but I also know like you're not gonna get over on me, right? Like you think because I have a degree and I had the education that I don't know what you're talking about, right? I've seen what you're talking about. I literally walked up and down the streets and saw some of the stuff you're talking about. I may not have been included in that stuff because I had a mother and grandma who I was afraid of.
Oh yeah,
Right.
They been business,
Right.
I already know.
Yeah, I was afraid of them, but I know what the life is. So I've had a few people try it, and then once I, push back, they be like, "Oh, my bad," and I'll never get that energy again. But it's very rare. I get it because I'm a black male social worker in a field full of women, right? So typically, they encounter me, and they're like, "Oh, you a social worker? You a therapist?" And how I'm on this episode, this is how I sit in session sometimes. This is how I pull up to people's house sometimes, because they need to see the authentic me to be able to be authentic themselves.
Correct.
Yeah.
Neal, I gotta tell you a story real quick, man.
No, go ahead. That's what it's all about.
I had a dream like earlier in the week
Okay.
about my mom.
Okay.
Me and her was arguing about something, and I told her something off the wall. So about 3 days later, I had a dream about my daddy. He said, "What did you tell your mom?" Man, I instantly woke up. I instantly woke up because I didn't want them problems. I didn't even want them problems.
That's a hell of a dream.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man, when you wake up like that.
I did not want them problems with my daddy.
Yeah.
I did not want them problems. But my last question for you, Mr. Cecil, can you tell me like some steps you go through about assessing somebody, what you look for, trying to
Like get them into services?
Yeah.
So typically it kind of depends. So sometimes I know people come in we will just use grief for an instance, right? I'll typically ask a question like, what includes you once you get to therapy, right? What's the first question I typically ask? What made you want to come to therapy? And then after that, I may ask a question about themselves, right? Tell me something about yourself.
Background
Information, right? Social information, 2-parent household, 1-parent household. A lot of it is like child development stuff. A lot of times I get adults first. So I'm asking you like the stuff that happened in your childhood.
Okay.
I'm building a story to put the puzzle pieces together, to put your puzzle of life together.
Okay, yeah.
And I tell people that all the time. Like, you can give me a puzzle piece and it may not fit right there right now, but it's going to fit eventually.
Okay.
So I ask people those questions to kind of get that information. Then I may ask about like friends, right? Your friend circle, your circle of friends, the people you hang around. I may ask about your job, your stressors. And then as I get to that, I advocate and start to ask about those relationships now, right? So tell me like your relationship with your mom, tell me relationship with your dad, relationship with anybody. Did you have a close person that you outside of the family, maybe a grandma, an aunt that you might have called mom?
Correct.
To build those dynamics, because I know within our culture, right, he might have been your cousin, but he wasn't your cousin. Right. That might have been big mom, but that was really your aunt. Right. I know, you might have had a next door neighbor that was like family, but they were friends. Right. So we have to understand, I have to identify every piece of your family per se, but not really your family.
Correct. Like you said, I remember back in the day, like you said, neighbors. Back in my day, you act up. Guess what? They dragging you just like your mama would.
Yeah.
It was they had that respect. You're not gonna cut up, in front of me
At all.
and then you gonna get it from your mom and dad too. So
I think that's the culture we're losing right now.
Yeah.
When I was coming up, you got, like you said, when I grew up in Oregon, I always had somebody across the hall or in the same building. Oh, you doing? Oh, your mama ain't playing. They would tell your mama. That's what we don't have right now.
Yeah.
But we have kids having kids now, and that's why I like to see, like Cecil and people I know that when we were down at the Imagination Station, a girl Brandy, she is doing terrific things with the kids and stuff like that. And I think we need more people to step in that. But it takes a special person to do what he does. Yeah. Not everybody. I feel like everybody's got to play their position. Correct. And not everybody can do like what me and Don do working in the factory. Not everybody can do what Nick does behind the scenes, and not just this. He's good at what he does, being an IT guy. There's nothing I could never walk in this field. Amanda working at a bar, people just say, "Oh, he should work at a bar." No, she does a lot just working at a bar. She runs the bar. It should be Amanda's. It shouldn't be called JD's. It should be called Amanda's. But I feel like in mental health, we need more people like him. And we're getting that. But we got so much going on in the world right now.
It took me 16 years to get to this point, right? So it's going to take another 10 to 15 to get another one like me, right?
Absolutely.
Or hopefully it's 5 or 3, right?
If
If they decide. But I think a lot of it also is you have to be a person like me to be able to bring somebody up behind me.
Absolutely.
And be comfortable enough to be like, okay, they can take over for me.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's what's up, dude.
yeah, throughout, like you said, that a lot of people don't know. But I also deal with the PTSD and all that from the military. But I done went through like so many therapists, but you got to find that right one to open up to, man. So how do you build that commodity?
Be able to build that relationship where people are open enough to talk to me. So I always start off with letting people know like you are allowed in the session to tell me when to shut up. Right, okay. Like it might be some times where I might say something, you be like, "No, I need you to be quiet right now." Right, or I open the door to let people know at any point, any time, you can not answer a question to be okay with answering it. Okay, right. So we might get to a point where you're like, "I don't really want to talk about that." Okay, let's move to something different. Right. I'm very open with telling people I can talk about any interest and find a way to get what I need out of it. Right. Right. You might talk about, I used the example of pizza one time, and the kid was like, "Where's the pizza again?" So, but in reality, if you're a good therapist, you can talk about you can have somebody talk about just about anything. Right. I can guide an emotion out of it. Right. And that's my job, to pay attention to all angles of that. Right. We can talk about sports. We can talk about your interests. We could talk about. I've had kids who play Uno with me and talk about stuff that they didn't even realize they were talking about.
That's how comfortable you
because they get comfortable, right? They get once you get to a spot where you're comfortable, I can talk to you about anything you don't even realize. Which is why detectives give people food all the time when they start interviewing them, interrogating them, because now you're comfortable enough to talk to me, right? So that's the same thing as a therapist. Unfortunately, it's not like I want people to be like, "My therapist out here interrogate me." No, right. My therapist is just asking me questions to get you comfortable, because when you're comfortable, you're gonna talk about just about anything.
Yeah.
Sound like you might go see him.
I might need to. Yes, sir.
I ain't gonna lie. If anybody out there, when you watch the show today, I'm telling you, he nice with it. Hey, the older we get, let me back up, D. I didn't know. I know people that went into militaries and stuff like that. Man. I didn't, a lot of people don't talk about it. And I know you, man, I've been knowing you for a long time, so that's the first time I heard you say that.
Man, I'm telling you, it's touchy, man.
Plus, I hear most of the government don't like to. They
like
don't even
you
like
said,
to say.
Man,
is a real thing.
Ro don't see me, through all my dreams, and she ain't know whether to call the police or the ambulance, because I'm going through my emotions. I'm asleep though. I don't hit her a couple times in my sleep, punching. Man, she don't experience it all, man. So I got to give a shout out to my wife, for putting up with some of the things she had to go through at night.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the knee problem, that doesn't make it any better, man.
Right.
What I can say, Cecil, man, like, I ain't gonna lie, I almost called you one time because a changing moment in my life, and I was gonna actually, I always I talk to Amanda every morning. Not every morning, but I usually talk. When I talk to Amanda in the morning, it kind of lifts my spirit a little bit. So she's kind of like my social
Pseudo
worker.
therapist.
Yeah, she's like my therapist. She is, because I mean,
I do that a lot at work.
Yeah. I always say this to her. Are you busy? She's like, no, I'm okay. Okay. Because I know she's up.
Yeah.
And I'll tell her, like, when I fell 3 times at home, when my knee buckled, remember I told you when I fell? And Nick got to see the time when we came back from downtown and it buckled, and Nick was like freaking out. He didn't know what to do. And that's, I just told somebody that, like, I got better now than I was back in the day. I used to be, anything would happen, I wouldn't tell anybody nothing.
Yeah.
I would try to figure it out myself.
Yeah.
And then what would happen is it would just come out. And when it came out at the wrong time.
Yep.
And so I would tell my daughters the same thing. Like, my cousin, he was the first one. JB was like, bro, you can't bottle all that in. You let it come out. I fought my cousins and stuff. They're like, man, what the hell's going on with Neal? Because I kind of try to take care of myself. But being around, like, around Don and then being around Amanda and Nick, I'm good with it. Like, I can tell them. I tell Don anything. I tell Amanda anything. I tell Nick anything. I'll talk. Because if I don't, I got to let it out. Because, what we've been going through with the knee and, and Don's been going through it, it can really break you. Like, I almost called and talked to him like, yeah, because I ain't got afraid to talk about what I got to talk about. I want to get it off my chest because I want to be calm after that.
Yeah.
I want to be relaxed. My biggest thing is, I love what you're doing, but my bad, Don, were you still?
No.
So, Cecil, my question first before I ask the question.
Yeah.
I got something for you, my brother. I know I pulled a rabbit out of the hat. You know what I'm saying? I told Miss Evelyn, I said, look, this is from my brother. I need to get this for him. So, Don, can you hand that hoodie to him?
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, sir.
Oh, no, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank
and
you.
all our guests come on, and she's like, oh, yeah, I can do it. I said, I need that ASAP, please.
Yeah,
so
man.
Put that in there.
Perfect timing, too.
Absolutely. It's black, which like your Steelers.
Listen, I love a black hoodie because you can't go wrong with a black hoodie.
You can't. It goes with everything.
Everything.
It goes, and I've everybody. You got black hoodies? Oh, absolutely. So I just start giving everybody black hoodies. We got the zip up gang. Yeah. So I was like, I'll just get him a pullover hoodie.
Yeah. Toss it on real quick.
Absolutely.
Thank you again.
Just go. My question to you, number one, I'm very proud of you. Like I said again, I watched you grow, and it's just amazing to watch an individual just from when he was just a young guy to where you're at now. I'm very proud of you being a father and a son. Like I said, I can't say nothing else because you're killing it right now.
Thank you.
But when you were downtown at the Imagination Station with us down there, and I didn't get a chance to really go in there and see how you did. But you spoke in front of those young people, man.
Yeah.
What was your message that you were trying to give it to them? Like, let them know.
So the fun thing was I got to be a DJ and a therapist at the same way.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So I got to, my session was called Rhythm for Regulation. Is what it was called. So I brought my DJ equipment in. We kind of discussed how music affects your mood. So I would let them tell me like what their favorite song was, and then we kind of discuss how it made them feel, what emotions. And a lot of times in those boys, they would be like, "Oh, I'm cool with just sitting in my own stuff." Right, kind of the stuff you're talking about, right? I'm cool with just battling it up.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
And a lot of that was just me talking to them about it's okay to find somebody to talk to, right? It's okay to let that emotion out. It's okay to write it out. It's okay to let it out. Anger is a healthy emotion, and a lot of times we don't tell kids that, right? Oh, you're not supposed to be angry. You're not supposed to be angry. You're not supposed to be angry. Then I get more angry because you told me I'm not supposed to be angry. Versus the fact, understanding that anger is a healthy emotion. It's just the aggression part that's the bad part. Right, like I'm allowed to be angry,
yes,
but we also forget that anger is a secondary emotion, right? So there's some other emotions happening, some shame, some guilt, some embarrassment, some frustration, some irritability, and then anger comes out, right? And especially as men, we show anger first because no one taught us how to show other emotions, right? We don't want to be embarrassed in front of nobody. We don't want to be vulnerable in front of nobody. So I'm gonna be angry because at least if you see my anger, you're not gonna check me. It's protection measure. You can't do nothing with anger because if I'm angry, you gonna get scared.
Right.
But if I show you a emotion like vulnerability, you like, whoa, you soft. Right now you got a stranglehold over me, or you got a one up on me supposedly. So it's harder to teach boys that, but the girls, they were pretty good with talking about their emotions and using music as that. But being downtown and doing the DJ and the therapist is always fun. Because therapy is my love, my heart, my career. But being a DJ is also that hobby that I enjoy doing because I love music.
Yeah. Gotta have an outlet.
Yeah.
Gotta have an outlet
For sure.
nowadays, man. Because work. But they go real good together. Actually, I think.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
And
So I wish I could have got to sit in there and see how it was going in there.
Shout out to Janelle for asking me about doing that because I DJ'd the first year I just DJ'd.
Okay.
And then she asked me to do a session this time, so it was dope.
Yeah, there was a lot. We had 3 different people on our panel 3 different times, and it was great to hear those young folks doing their thing. But I when I saw who was going to be, I'm like, oh yeah, I know that. Yeah, that's my people. Yeah, okay. I mean, shout out to Janelle. She did a great job.
Amazing.
It was amazing. I was glad that we were a part of it. Yeah. You know, it was just an amazing situation, man. But those kids, when we had them in our thing, man, they were just. Yeah, like Amanda said they were just locked in.
I sat in during one of the ones.
Okay.
And listen to the kids kind of answer the questions and talk and be open.
Yeah,
it's so dope watching kids in high school be as open as because when I was a kid in high school, we weren't doing it. Well, I would have definitely never walked up to a podcast and had no conversation.
I was thinking that the whole time. I was like,
they were so comfortable,
these kids
man.
are brave and comfortable, intelligent, and
they
attentive.
Spoke very well too. Yeah. Their mannerism was very good.
Yeah,
you would have had to pick a number for me to come up there.
Yeah.
Like somebody would have had to be like, okay, you're number 3.
Yeah,
I'm forced, right? But to walk up and grab a question and sit there and talk how they was talking, I would have never.
They was just calm and cool, collectible, and I like that because I feel like if you got something going on, you should. This is the time and matter. But once again, that was a great moment because, like you guys just said, I don't think neither of us. Me back in the day, I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to get away. I'm not even. My teacher try to get us up front. Get up front. No, I'm gonna sit in the back. I'm gonna be hiding. I don't want to be going up there because you're gonna get up there and stutter and everything. You know, it is what it is. But it was a great moment for yourself and for us. You know, it was just a great thing. We need more stuff like that. I told her, I said, when we come back next year, let me know.
Yeah.
Because it's what it is, man. These kids need like our podcast and the people that come in there to let them know. You know what I'm saying? Because people think it's easier, or it isn't. It's
not.
We just do it. We like it.
Yep.
We working toward our goal, but I mean, we just killing it, man. But yeah. We got a lot to go on with this. Like I said, I'm very proud of this guy. This guy's killing it out there. So if y'all need somebody, sound like Mr. Brown, gonna check. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I mean, shit.
Nothing wrong.
Anything can help.
Right.
You know, back in the day, we were, like you said, so we were not told, men were not told it's okay to share your problems.
Correct.
If you talked about, something going on, that wasn't a good thing. You know that, Mr. Brown.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now,
being vulnerable.
I think it's okay. Social media doesn't help. Doesn't help at all. But before I get into that, the day that we were down there, I had to commend you on this because I saw on Facebook what happened to that young man that got shot.
Oh yeah.
And I like what he said. If y'all didn't see this, it's probably taken down now. But he went on there. First they interviewed you.
Yeah.
And I like what he said. Take the post down. Whoever, people say, don't look at the post. That's the most important thing. This young man got shot at school. The day we were downtown. It happened like an hour or so after. Was it an hour after we were done?
Or next day, something on that
Maybe
side.
a little less than an hour.
Yeah. It was crazy though.
I like what you said on Facebook. I like the interview you did. That was nice, man, because we need people to step in like that. You didn't have to, but you felt like you said.
Just like how he talked about being PTSD from being a war veteran. He wouldn't want to see what he saw while they're on TV.
Facts.
Right? Like, he don't want that to be replayed in front of his face.
No.
And so everybody was like, well, the mom said, the mom a year from now does not want that as a memory to be seen on everybody. Nothing gets deleted from the internet.
No, it doesn't.
Right?
No, it doesn't.
And so sometimes in those traumatic moments, we just assume it's okay to, like, consume it. But in reality, it's affecting you. It's secondary trauma, right? Like, I don't need to see something being replayed over and over. It ended up on TikTok. It ended up on Instagram. Like, it was everywhere. And so people don't realize, like, a year from now, that's going to still be there. That's a memory that's going to be there.
Yes.
When he has to heal from that teen has to heal from that, and the mom has to heal from that.
Yeah.
You don't want that to be replayed, man.
No.
So that was like kind of why I said it from a therapist perspective. It was a couple people who kind of like try to chip at me, and I chip right back. Like, that's how I learned to do. Right, you can check me all you want, but it's not gonna work if I'm right with what I'm saying. Right.
Some people need to think before they get on there. Before they get on there, man. Because if it happened to you, you know what I'm saying. I mean, that woman. What if she lost her son?
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? What if it would end up worse?
Yeah.
What if that situation would have ended up with him being unfortunately taken from us, right? but it didn't. But now he has to heal from the fact that it happened to him. Right. And then now if a year from now he's on Memories or somewhere and that video pops back up, he has to see that again somewhere. It's just it's one of those things that I was like, delete that. Take that down.
You don't know what could do to an individual.
Individual, or even
people are asking questions. What happened? This and that,
or even the kids around it.
Yeah,
right. Like I don't want to say we missed them, but they're still a victim as well. They saw it in live in 4K, so they still got to deal with that too.
Right. It's just we got to get it together. These young folks, you know, when summer comes up, I just be like, man, this has got to get better. It's got to get better. We need more people to stand up and help out with this. You know, Toledo Public is going through things right now. They're talking about laying people off, and people are going to lose jobs and whatever, this and that, transferring schools, taking stuff. It's so much going on, but that's not going to help out with these kids.
Correct.
You know, so we got to figure out the problem, and we got to fix it. You know, that's what I like about Janelle doing what she did. You know, that's a great thing. All the schools, I didn't realize how many schools were going to be there. We need more of that because these kids need some guidance. And that's why when I would tell them, like, you know, hey, you know, be the best of what you can be. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to go to college, that's okay. You don't have to go to college. College ain't for everybody. Wasn't for me. Wasn't for Don. It wasn't for Amanda. Probably Nick was. Yeah, Nick was doing his thing. But it's not for you, but find something that you like to do. You want to be a streamer? Be a streamer. You want to be the best wall greeter of all time or best person work at Foot Locker? Do that.
That's what I'm about to be.
A greeter?
A greeter. Welcome to Myers.
Welcome to Myers?
Welcome to Myers.
Well, you know, I got something to tell you. I was just there yesterday. They do a lot of walking too, man.
Oh, no.
He said, oh, no.
No, you go to Costco and you be one of the ones, like, they check the receipt. You know,
Oh, okay.
You can sit down.
And they
you
get
free
paid
lunches.
good.
They got
they
all
make
beef
better
hot
money.
dogs.
Yeah, they make
You
good
don't
money.
want to be no greeter
Yeah.
at Myers, bro. They don't work your
They
ass.
make great money.
Yeah. You go to Costco's. Costco's will take care of you. You get the all beef hot dogs, the smoothies.
You can get a slice of pizza.
Absolutely. You know,
That's something.
all the older people, they're so nice.
I don't think I need to go there, man, because I'm going to get fatter than what I am.
Talking about, hey, you know that's me right there. All pepperoni, you know me. I don't play that. Yeah,
Be like Martin in the Live Bad Boy.
he big.
One of them hot dogs.
Oh man, you ain't right, dude. You ain't right. Dude. He did get fat in there.
Let me get that last hot dog.
You sure, man? What I just tell you? Don't question me. Question my thing. Look, man. You know it's great. Always when we got a guest on, it's always good that we know this is a sports podcast, but we always going to our guests. We want to know. We want y'all to know about our guests. That's the number one thing. Now we about to get into the sports talk. See, we're gonna start. I'm gonna start with you when I ask the question now, because you are a Pittsburgh fan. We have a Pittsburgh fan in the building. My dad is happy about it. Amanda, Bengals fans, y'all know that. We're gonna mess with her. We're not gonna mess with her. I do not want her throwing something at me.
It's got a lot of
You know what I'm saying? And
I don't
Don,
know, where do we begin with that?
we just gonna leave it alone.
The
We
whole
just gonna
show, it would take up the whole rest of the
absolutely it get emotional. I got a little basketball. You want to throw it, whatever. And you know, Mr. Brown is a Browns fan, and you know they fired their coach, so he happy about that. But I think they're gonna do with Shador. But the first question I got for you is the Broncos. Shout out to the Broncos fans out there. Y'all just made a crazy come up.
Gave up too much for Jalen Waddle though, but that's besides.
I agree with that. They gave a first round pick, a third round pick. What was it? Second round pick too. I said, wow.
Yeah, first, second, and third.
Yeah, for one.
They really
for,
wanted him.
I mean,
for a receiver.
Okay, so see, what do you think about that?
I feel like we only gave up 2 picks for Michael Pittman.
Yeah,
Right, and it was a 6th and a 7th round.
Yeah,
And then they gave up like 3 picks for Jalen Waddle. Right, and I'm not saying Jalen Waddle is not like high. I don't think you should give up 3 picks for no wide receiver unless it's like a Justin Jefferson. Right?
Absolutely.
I feel like I would have gave up 3 picks for a Justin Jefferson.
Absolutely, he's worth it.
Yeah, but Jalen Waddle, and he had Tua for all those years. You don't know what he gonna be able to, what he capable of this year. So I feel like giving all them picks up where you could have got a receiver that was probably even better or comparable to him. I think that's kind of it wasn't a smart deal. It wasn't a smart move.
Okay, Mr. Brown.
They did give up a lot, but in the long run, I think it's going to benefit the Broncos, man, because with him and Sutton on the other side, and then they got that nice running back too, man. So
Okay.
Broncos gonna be something to reckon with, man. Which they were this year, man. But with what's the QB name?
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix, man. He licking his lips right now, man. That's a lot of speed on that outside, man.
Facts.
So
Facts.
expect big things from the Broncos. They trying to
agree,
win
man.
now.
I agree with both. I literally wrote good for Bo Nix, because that's good for the Broncos offense. It's good for Bo Nix. And it's good for the Dolphins because now they have 11 picks in the draft. They're literally reconstructing their whole entire team on a full
Which
reset.
they needed to.
Yeah.
So this is going to be crazy.
Everybody's gone.
And their coach.
But I
Yeah.
also agree that wide receivers are a dime a dozen. So that is, they did give up a lot for him. But we'll see how it plays out. I think everybody made out good in that trade.
Yeah. Broncos trying to win right now.
Yeah,
Here's the thing about the Broncos. They needed another receiver. They needed a top right receiver. Bo Nix had a good year, got hurt, and then the backup came in. But now that you got you got a number one and number two.
Yeah.
Waddle's good. I agree with you guys. They gave up a little bit too much, but if you look at Miami, now we know Miami is Miami. They got rid of everybody, like from their coach all the way down to the water boy probably. I mean, they just got rid of everybody. I don't know what. I mean, they like you said, Amanda. Receivers are a dime a dozen, but you got to find the right receiver that's going to fit your core. We don't even know who their quarterback is. They brought in
Willis.
Willis,
Malik Willis, yeah.
but I don't. We talked about this last week. We don't know if he's going to even start. He's
Right.
because what's the backup they had or the other guy there? He came out.
Quinn Ewers?
Quinn Ewers looked good last year when Tula was out. So we don't know how that's going to go. They might do good. I talked to John at PT.
And they got Wilson.
Yeah, I mean they did good. But I think the Broncos is going to benefit from down the line because
Yeah,
Waddle,
right now, yeah.
they're going to benefit, like you said, Don. They are trying to win
Right
now.
now, yeah.
But with all these, you've seen so many trades this year, man. So many movements and everything. But good for the Broncos. Good for them. I hope they pan on that. If Bo can stay healthy for the whole season, I mean, he got hurt going into the playoffs. But if he stays healthy, they can be something to mess with, man. That D is stingy, man.
Yeah,
That D is very stingy.
Yes, sir.
So we'll see what happens. But shout out to the Bronco fans. Congratulations on getting Jalen Waddle. He is a good receiver if he stays healthy.
Yeah.
See, this next one is for you, man. Again, what is the expectation for the Pittsburgh Steelers this season? Y'all just picked up Michael Pittman Jr. Y'all got Jalen Dean, which is from the Buccaneers, the defensive back, and Jaquan Briscoe, the defensive back.
Yep.
And then I looked at y'all roster. You got Will Howard, Mason Rudolph, and we still got Aaron Rodgers in the limbo.
Our defense is always never an issue. Like if you
Very
look at the
true.
Steelers defense, highest paid, we did nothing last year, unfortunately.
Yeah.
This year, I feel like we added some pieces. Defense is never an issue. I'm never worried about our defense.
Right.
It's always the offense.
Yes.
Right. And we have had great offenses with Ben Roethlisberger for years, and now we've been spoiled now. Since he's retired. Right. Aaron Rodgers played. I feel like Aaron Rodgers was a great game manager last year. Right.
Yeah.
He manages the game well.
Yes.
But if he would have had DK and Michael Pittman, we might have got a little bit further.
Yes.
Right. Because Kenneth Gainwell was balling out, which I'm sorry he left. But I think now having an offensive-minded coach, we might play a little bit better offensively. So I'm never worried about the defense. Our defense knows how to stack up against pretty much a lot of the teams.
Okay.
It's always the offense that always fails. If you can't score more than 30 in the NFL now, you're not winning the game.
No, you're not.
Right? If you can't average at least 30, we weren't averaging 30. We was playing games where we was averaging 17, 13, 10, 6. You can't win the NFL games like that. So our defense is gassed out by the time it's time to, play well. So I think if we can do a better offense, find a quarterback, I feel like it's going to be Aaron Rodgers, unfortunately. Because I feel like Mike McCarthy came for him to have one more year.
I don't think Aaron's going anywhere.
Yeah, it's
I
going.
really don't.
If he does, if he doesn't stay a Steeler, he'll retire. Right. And I think Mike McCarthy probably has about a good 5 years. We got 12 picks in the draft this year.
What?
Yeah, we got 12 picks in the draft.
Damn.
Yeah, so we got enough to build a team, but it's also I don't trust Will Howard. He's an Ohio State quarterback. No offense to Ohio State, but he's an Ohio State quarterback, and they don't never do anything successfully. C.J. Stroud, he fell off last year.
Yeah, he fell off big time.
You know what CJ's problem was?
He looked horrible in the,
Yeah.
in the
Well,
playoffs.
he shaved his
man.
head. He cut his hair braids off, right?
He threw 5 interceptions in that game.
Yeah. What these guys got to understand is leave these women alone. He was messing. What's her name? The ball one. Wiz Khalifa got a baby by her.
Oh, Amber Rose?
Yeah, leave her alone. She's like a Kardashian. When you get with these women like them, they jack you up, man. And he shaved it. He cut his hair off, and him and Bryce from South Carolina. His girl left him for Maxie. You know what I'm saying? Leave these Amber Rose and leave these Kardashians alone because they tear up your life.
Yeah.
They go crazy. Yeah, CJ Stroud, he looked real bad.
He
last
looked
year.
bad, man.
But maybe with the new haircut, he'll look better.
Never know.
I don't know, man. D?
I agree with Cecil 100%, man.
Okay.
Defense is never a problem. It's just like you said, the offense, man, and bringing in Mike. I think that's going to change the offense a tad bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so.
And maybe, like I said, they brought in some great, like that Michael Pittman was one that I was excited about.
Yeah, that's going to help.
He was a dog at
that's going to help Metcalf out a whole lot.
100%. Like you can't double two players.
Yeah,
No,
that's
you
gonna
can't.
help.
You got to pick one to double. Yeah. So it's going to
DK on one end, Michael Pittman on the other end. That's
and
a
you
lot
got
to deal with.
you're not even talking about Darnell Washington. You're not
The
talking about
tight end.
Fryer move.
That's a big boy, man.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
He
God.
is a lot.
Yeah.
He's a load to deal with.
Yeah, 300 some pounds.
Man.
Yeah.
I hate to see him coming.
You get out the way.
Yeah, I'm moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I agree with Cecil 100%, man.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, they got a new coach and leadership with Mike McCarthy. Their biggest problem, really, quarterback uncertainty, because we don't know. Aaron Rodgers, he's always so last minute. They got Will Howard, which I am disappointed that we have not seen him at least make a play, take a snap. Let's see what he can do. Unless there's something devastating about this man that they're not telling us. You drafted him. He's a big guy, like Big Ben was.
And he can run.
So I see really good things about him, and he's kind of been sitting back behind Russell Wilson, sitting back behind Aaron Rodgers, these veterans. I'd like to see him get a chance. I also see them maybe looking to draft somebody. They got so many picks. There's some guys available, though. I mean, who are they going to draft? Arch Manning, Raiola, Lagway, Dante Moore's. I don't know. I don't see somebody right off the top of my head where they're like, oh, we got to snag him in the draft. Nobody's really sticking out.
The only thing we know on that, Amanda, we know Rudolph ain't the dude.
Exactly. I think we're
For
all
sure.
in agreement. Yeah.
For
We're all in
sure.
agreement that, yeah.
For
Think about Rudolph. He could take a hit.
Oh, yeah, he can
He
take
can
it.
take with a helmet.
Yeah.
He's got a hard head.
He's
Yes,
not
sir.
hard,
He's
but
definitely.
he's not it.
He's going to turn into Charlie Batch. He's going to be a great clipboard holder.
He is.
He can manage the game. He can't win you, and he's always changing that mustache.
Third, fourth quarter, he can do that, and that's it. Get out.
Yeah.
I really think they're avoiding a rebuild. I think they're focusing
100%.
more on like a win now, like the Broncos are, mentality with their veterans being leaned on, and now they have Pittman Jr. They just got that running back.
Yep.
So I think that's going to help them out a lot on their offense this year.
Rico
I
Duetto.
think the Steelers are going to do well this year.
I think with the Steelers, when I was talking to my dad about it, and Cecil hit it too. You guys had Ben for so long.
Yep.
And you guys had, Tomlin for so long. And then when Ben retired, I don't think anybody really thought, okay, what's the next move? They didn't really think. They just like, we'll figure it out. We can figure it out. We're the Steelers. And then they just didn't figure it out yet. You had Ben for so long. It's like us having Mike Evans at Tampa for so long, and then he's been there forever, and then he goes. We got guys who can step up, but when Ben was special. Ben can
Backyard
make
football.
the play extend. He was big. He had you got Santonio Holmes, you had Hines Ward.
They should have had somebody underneath him though this whole time.
But
But
Pittsburgh
the
never
was
thought
that
like
his
that.
thing?
That wasn't
Yeah.
his thing from what
Exactly.
I read.
I don't
he
feel
didn't
like
want
he
anybody.
wanted
Yeah.
anybody.
No, Ben wanted everything. They said
Yeah.
Ben was a different type of guy.
Exactly. We've heard it since he's been gone from other players that he played with and people that played with him that he wasn't always the nicest guy all the time. So I think that
James
was
Harrison
a huge
said
issue
that
for
already.
them was not having somebody to fall back on when he left. But I think he had a big part of that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he did. But the thing about it is, Dennis Dixon at times. They had different quarterbacks,
We had the Michael Vick at one time.
Yeah.
We had
And
all
that
kinds
was
of
towards the
different-
end of the career.
Yeah.
Like, man, what you're not going. You're going backwards. You're trying to resurrect somebody's career. Those guys are down. They're on their down climb of their life, man. They're not going to be that Michael Vick he was back in Atlanta.
We even had Bruce
2007.
Gradkowski one time.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we know
He was a
Mason
Bengal, too.
Rudolph is
Yeah.
not the guy.
Yeah.
He'll never be that guy. So they need to realize that with Mason Rudolph. He's just not going to be that guy, man.
No.
Will Howard, I like to see Will Howard get some reps, but I don't know if he will or not. It is what it is. You know, we'll see what happens. But
He's not getting any younger. Let
I think-
us, see a little bit what
hey,
he
Nick,
The biggest issue
You let roll
was during preseason ball last year. I think he ended up like having a wrist issue.
Oh, okay.
And then that's why we ended up getting like Skylar Thompson. We had Skylar Thompson, Mason Rudolph, and Aaron Rodgers. But he ended up messing up his wrist during preseason last year.
Okay, that
So
makes
yeah,
sense.
that's why he was out for so long.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I was like, man, I'd like to at least see him take a snap or play one game where we can see what he can do.
right,
We don't know what he can do since Ohio State. We haven't seen.
right.
Correct.
I guess we'll see how that situation goes with that. I like to see him get some rep,
Yeah.
but I'm curious what they're gonna do about Aaron Rodgers.
He gonna come back.
He's not going
I
anywhere.
mean, it's March. I think they said they wanted to answer by this month anyway, by
He's
the
always
draft.
delaying. He's like a woman. He just takes his
he's not.
time,
He
man.
He's
He's
also
just-
42
he's
years
chill.
old. Yeah, he's 40.
That's why I said if you need to thank that man, maybe it tells you to go sit down somewhere, go to the caves.
This is true.
He's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, but if you think
He's
about it, he
upbeat.
does this a lot,
Let
man.
me tell you something about him. Watching him play last season,
He
and I
looked
will say
good
this,
last year.
He was, I believe, the happiest I've seen him
Yeah.
playing football in
In
a
a
long
while,
time.
yeah.
Well, think
He
about
loved
this.
Tomlin.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was on the field. He seemed happy. He was smiling. I saw a lot of mannerisms and
I do. I give
just
you
his
that.
overall mental health and how he's feeling. I think he was feeling real great with them, and I think he feels good enough to play another season. So
Yeah,
he's
he
gonna do
coming
it.
back good. Like you said, him and Mike got history together,
Yeah,
and Mike gonna get him the key to do anything he wants to.
Yeah.
Right.
And Aaron called better plays than our OC did
Facts.
last year. So I feel like if he got Mike this year calling the plays and let him play, it'd be a better season.
Well, if you're gonna come back. Like I said, he did look like he was more happy.
Yeah.
He had more pep in his step.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, you played at the Jets. You're running for your life,
All time.
and the Jets just signed somebody. Did you see that?
And then didn't they like fly him all the way out there just to be like, you're fired?
Well,
And
Justin
he's like,
Field-
you could've
Field-
called me
Fields
on the
went to
phone.
KC,
He went to
Yeah.
KC
which
to
is
back
going to
up,
be
which
a
is good move.
a good role for
Yes,
him, man.
yes.
To be a backup.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then who did they bring in? Oh, Geno Smith.
Again.
Yeah. Well,
So he come to
wanted
the
to go
Jets. He
back.
go to the Jets to die.
he wanted to go back.
Why? You didn't
We
have a good
talked
experience
about
the
that
first
last
time there.
We could not figure that out last
Yeah.
episode.
Well, I mean, I like that Justin Fields did go to the KC. That's a good move for him. He's going to start. He can learn to be a professional behind a great quarterback that will be a Hall of Famer down the line.
Oh, of course.
But and you're going to learn from a Hall of Fame coach too.
Yeah.
So good for him. That's what I want to see for Pittsburgh. Like, okay, you bring Aaron back this year. That's fine. Let's do that. Let's get it going. But after that, who do you bring? What are you going to do? Who do you bring in? Who do you bring in after Aaron? If Mike Carthy's only signed for 1 year, right?
Nah. Typically, still
Okay, 2
Typically,
years?
still coaches they let them last forever.
Yeah.
They never
Okay.
give them a
Yeah,
one and
they're not-
done. Yeah. It's always I assume he'll be there for at minimum at least 5 years.
They keep their coaches
Yeah.
around.
Okay.
I mean,
well, they
not-
need to, yeah.
Yeah, I think the shortest time might have been Chuck No. Not
I've
Chuck
never
No.
seen a coach there
Yeah.
for just a season or two.
Nah.
Bill Cowher been there for
He was
14,
there-
15
yeah,
years.
he was-
I think I've only seen 3 coaches for that team in my lifetime.
It's only
Yeah,
been
it's
three.
only three. Yeah,
It's only been three. My
Mike
dad,
Tomlin,
he was
Bill
like that.
Cowher, and yeah,
Tomlin, Bill Cowher. Who was the first one?
Chuck No.
Chuck Noll. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, you got it.
Chuck
Yes.
No, Bill Cowher, Mike Tomlin, now Mike McCarthy.
Facts. Hey, so you guys see the legendary Chuck Norris passed away. That was sad.
Yeah.
86 years old. I didn't karate man. I liked him on Texas Ranger. That was
Yeah,
my TV show.
that was my mama's show.
The Texas Ranger?
Yeah.
That was my show, man. He was sweet, man. He was cold-blooded, man. So I seen that. I was sad. I know you guys seen that. The women's got the women's NBA, great thing for them. They came together. They got their money. I am so excited for them.
Yes.
But did you see how much they got for? See, we were talking about
Yeah,
it. What do you think about that, C?
I think they deserve their money. I think
Okay.
Asia ended up with a super max of like 1.2 for 2 years. Is what I saw, what I read. I think they all deserve money for sure. I mean, honestly, when you watch women's basketball, it's a little bit more exciting than men's basketball sometimes.
Amen.
So,
Yes.
and not in the sense of like saying men's basketball is bad, but I don't want to watch 3 points all day. I'm sorry. And scores 145 and 160. That to me is crazy. I like to see them intense games where you're like, oh, I gotta be on the edge of my seat.
Yes.
Watching this, and I feel like that's how women's basketball is.
It is.
So I feel like they deserved it. They earned it.
Okay.
They definitely should make more than 1.2 for 2 years, but that's a starting point.
Yeah,
It is.
It's a great starting point for sure.
It is. And I'm glad they got it resolved before the season started, too.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are on edge. And we talk a lot about women's basketball, especially women's NBA. These girls seeing like Zaya Cook, that's, back at Seattle now. And you have Natasha Howard back at Indiana again. You want to give these girls in Toledo or all across the world some hope.
Yeah.
You don't have to go become a nurse or this or that. You want to go play ball? You can go play ball. But they needed that revenue money. They needed that. I feel like the women's game is transitioned from, you got to pay your honors to Dawn Staley, Lisa Leslie, Cheryl Swoops. Those girls started it.
The early 90s, the late 90s.
And then you had the Maya Moores that came in, and the game is now. They took it to another level.
You got Paige Beckers now. You got
Paige is a dog.
Yeah, you got all these the new style girls who are bringing that face. Like I watched the Overdrive, I think on TBS a couple months ago, where it was like the 1v1. Them girls was hooping.
Yeah,
like they was balling out 1v1 against each other. Like they was putting their hearts on the floor. So I think they deserve everything they got coming to them going forward.
Paige Buckers, you got Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese. These girls, Kadoja, all these girls are coming in, and then you still got. And then when you watch the March Madness now with the girls, they be getting busy. Man. All them girls. And we call her man. She do like a dude for real. But but they get busy.
Man go hard, man.
Oh no, she the fastest one with a basketball.
Ooh-wee.
Malaya Wiley is the fastest one with a basketball. But I was watching the Virginia game yesterday. The girls play. They got this girl. Her last name was Johnson. I can't remember. I think Michaela Johnson. She had 36 points. She shot 6 threes. I was like, and she had strap for real. She was shooting from the arch. Damn, she just walk up like Steph Curry. So I like watching the women's basketball.
Yeah.
I like watching women's college basketball game. They're entertaining. I don't care if some of them can dunk, but I like how they dribble the ball, how they rock you to sleep. I couldn't imagine.
All fundamental basketball.
Absolutely. I wouldn't want to watch them. D, what do you think about the Supermax and all that? What do you think about it? You like that, don't you?
It's been I ain't gonna say a long time coming, but long enough, man. So
yeah.
They finally, getting they well deserved, man, and I just like, man, especially like you said, you brought up Angel Reese, man. She doing her thing in the modeling and man. So just go ahead, man, make their money, get their money. Mm-hmm. It's been a long time coming. Mm-hmm. From Cynthia Cooper, man, way back in the day, man, to Cheryl Miller, man. So.
And Cheryl, 100 points a game.
Man,
it
has been a long time.
Yeah. You go back.
Rephrase that.
Remember when Detroit? Me and Nick talked about it. They had a Detroit shock.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna bring it back eventually, but they're working on Cleveland.
Cleveland, supposed to
start their team.
The Rockers.
Yeah, that would be nice. And then Philly, then Vegas. Mm-hmm. I think every major. I hope that Detroit get that team.
Yeah, man, that's right up the street, man.
Absolutely,
we go see a game, man.
Hop
that's
on the
right
highway.
Up the street.
Cleveland's a little bit farther, but it's worth it. When you get down there, we got the queue and all that. But I like where it's going. But Miss Amanda, coming from a woman's perspective, we always love the women's perspective. What do you think about that?
I think it's incredible. I think it's a long time coming.
Yeah, it is.
Obviously, I think they deserve so much more money.
Yes.
Because these girls, I remember seeing Cheryl Swoops in a Got Milk ad. In the 90s, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that was huge. That was huge. A female basketball player is in a Got Milk ad. This is big. And now I see these girls in all kinds of commercials, and they're getting cheeseburgers named after them, and they've got shoes, and they've got endorsement deals, and they have all these girls looking up to them saying, wow, I can do this too. Mm-hmm. And they're really getting a showcase. And I don't know how many times I hear it in a week's time at work of people saying, can you put on the women's basketball? Can you put on the women's basketball? We like watching the women's basketball because it's so much more entertaining.
It is.
There's not to say as dramatic as the men's with the flopping and the playing around and all this stuff. The girls are playing much harder from what I watch.
Yeah.
They're playing a better game from what I watch. And they're not as sloppy when they're playing is what I've noticed also. So I just think it's awesome, and I just see it growing exponentially. It's not gonna go downhill. I think it's just gonna go all uphill for them from here.
the all-around game is, like you said, it's much better
So much
than the
better to
men's
watch.
game.
It
Only
really
thing we get
is.
from the men's game is highlight dunks or something like
Yeah.
that. But
Yeah.
And the women's game is just more fast paced.
Yeah,
And I mean, some of the stuff these girls are doing is incredible. So I love watching girls basketball.
It's exciting, man. I'm glad they got the deal done, and they did need more money. You see a lot of these women go overseas when they're not.
Yep.
Let's go back to when Brittany Griner was going
make
over
money.
Diana Taurasi. A lot of these women couldn't make it on what they were making, so they would go overseas and play.
Yep.
And people don't remember that. Now, you guys do, but we remember it, that they would go over there just to make a living. You know,
To
Candace
be able to pay
Parker.
the rent.
Yeah, they had to
They
do what
weren't
they had
getting
to do.
millions of dollars for going over there.
No.
No, you know, and so to see them get what they deserve and watch how the game has transpired is a beautiful thing for the ones that are coming in this year, like Azel Fudd, and I talked to Taylor, and I talked to Nikki, and I talked to Tiffany. I asked them, I like that the girls can stay in college for 4 seasons because they can get their money if you're a high profile guard or whatever you are. So when you go into that next realm, now these girls are not stressing. You know, instead of going, nobody wants to travel to go to China and all that. I mean, some do,
Right.
some don't. But it's nice that you can stay in the United States and you can just chill. It's a nice thing for them. So, congratulations to the young ladies, man, because they needed it. And I like to see burgers named after them. Angel Reese has got a shoe. She's doing a shoe contract.
Yeah.
She's got a
So
contract
cool.
with Reebok.
I see so many commercials and I see them advertised everywhere, and it's
So
so
nice,
good for
man.
them. Yeah.
I'm loving that, and the goal for us is to get Natasha Howard on, which we will get, and Zaya Cook will come on, and because they are hometown heroes, but to ask them that question, how does it feel? Because I'm sure they had, when they were watching the girls, they were watching coming up, and they get there and it's a little different. You got to go overseas, do this. So I'm extremely proud of the women that whoever's on that staff or on that committee to went in there and didn't let their guards down. They said, look, this is what we worth. Give us what we worth, or let's meet halfway in.
And there's always been, and I'm sorry, I find it a half-assed argument where
Yes.
anytime you bring up women's basketball, nobody's watching women's basketball. They don't watch it like they watch the men's. They don't. That is like such a bullshit argument to me.
It is.
because I see it every day. People ask me to put it on the TVs, so somebody's watching it.
The women's basketball is very great. When I watched their All-Star game, they were having a great time in Indianapolis. I thought it was great. I like women's basketball. I will definitely go. Me and Don, we talk about going to a game. Indiana, me and John talking about going. I will go to a game. If they get that team in Detroit, I will definitely go to a couple
That would be
games.
awesome.
Because it's up the street.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you right now, the women's game is going to grow and grow. And it's the young ladies that we're seeing on TV now, Flage that's coming in, and all the guard from Notre Dame when she gets ready. TC guard Olivia Miles, she's a bucket getter. She said triple doubles. I can only wait to watch her go to the next level and play. So congratulations to you women out there. Well, we're gonna get up out of here, man. Like I said, we had a great guest today. Cecil, thank you for stopping by, my brother.
Thank you for inviting me, man.
Oh, absolutely, man. We always want to touch in, but mental health is a big thing, and keep doing what you've been doing. You will see my brother, Mr. Brown.
Well, thank
You know what I'm saying? He gonna check in on you. You know what I'm saying? If he do pull up on you, man, let me know. And family, man. That's what we do. We'll get back with you guys in a couple weeks. I gotta go see the doctor tomorrow, and I gotta get another procedure done. It is what it is. It's nothing major. Just gotta bend this leg more so I can sleep in my bed, man. I'm tired of sleeping on this damn couch, man. I feel like I'm getting old, man. But yeah, we will. When we do come back, we will definitely be at the Voodoo or downtown. I'll let you guys know, and you guys definitely should come out and check us out, especially if we're downtown at that new art gallery. I talked to Austin. They said it was amazing. Their home opener was great. Cody and them are working the details out to figure out so we can come down there, so we can let people know. They do, like I said, they got the tattoo thing popping off down there. They just got the sign put up. It looks amazing. He was all dressed up, nice and neat. Didn't have a hat because he's bald like me and you, Don. So he's always got a hat on or whatever. And he's a dookie guy. So to see him dressed up, Austin looked good, bro. Had a pink jacket or whatever. He was fly. Family was down there. So congratulations to Austin and Cody, man, for the opening you guys had. I'm sure they did great. And I looked up on Instagram, it looked good. But we'll stay tuned on that, you guys. You live right, do right. You guys will be all right. Thank you for watching us.
Yay, good job.